You know, for the last few months, I've been shooting like half of my videos on the DJI Pocket 3 because it's just such a useful tool. It's an incredibly popular camera, and so everyone was kind of anxiously waiting for the next version to come out. Well, I've got it here, the DJI Pocket 4. DJI flew me out here to Cancun to test it out. On paper, there's not a ton of new features here, but there are two specific ones that in my use case make this a much better camera than last generation.
Before those two upgrades though, here's why this is such an important camera to me and why I use it so often. Because when you turn it on, it's just ready to get rolling. There's no rig, there's no setup. It's just really easy to use, but still gets really good quality. What you're seeing here is all recorded on the Pocket 4. The 1-inch sensor that is built in here pulls color and detail out of really harsh conditions that you wouldn't really expect. It doesn't feel like some tiny camera. It doesn't feel like your phone. It feels higher end than that. And the gimbal will keep everything smooth while you're just walking around, so you don't have to think about that part of it. Plus, this has the latest version of Active Track built in, so you can track yourself, you can track other subjects. For me, this is great because I often film by myself, so having a system like this built in means that I basically have another pair of hands. The camera can follow me and move around exactly where I need it to, so you get more dynamic shots without needing to have another person there. But like I said, for me, there are two things that actually change the game with this generation. And the first one is what happens after you hit that record button.
You know, one of the most important things for me when it comes to using a camera like this in a place like this is not only what does the footage look like, which we've already seen, but also what can I do with that footage? Is it going to splice in with other cameras? I mean, you know, I like to think of myself as a filmmaker at heart, so I want to have the highest quality with the cameras that I use. And DJI for a long time has done a great job at giving you that great quality. But with the Pocket 3, you only had up to D-Log M for your log profile. This now supports full D-Log, which is excellent. Now, for a lot of people that are just picking up this camera, that log profile may not be something you're interested in, but if you want to take it to the next level, you know, be able to color your footage, adjust it as you see in some of these images here, just have the full control, you're going to want that latitude that a log profile gives you. And so that's why I like that we now have that full D-Log profile. And that also means it just matches with some of my other cameras that I have from DJI, specifically my drone, where it also shoots in D-Log. So now I can kind of match the colors a little bit easier. The process is more similar than when I would go from D-Log M to D-Log. And when it comes to cameras like this, you know, small cameras with small sensors, you know, relatively, it's still a 1-inch sensor, so it's not tiny, but compared to a full frame camera or a cinema camera or anything like that, it is relatively small. Well, getting the best quality out of the image, I think for me, just means you're gonna have to start tweaking things in post, or at least to get it to the way that you want it to look. And for me, that's something I do with all of my footage, no matter what, so that, you know, I just have that most latitude, especially when I'm traveling, going somewhere important that I want to remember. I want to shoot everything in the highest quality so that in the future, if I want to go back to that footage, well, then I have the flexibility. If I just shot it in the regular profile, it's kind of just baked in at that point. Still looks totally fine, still is totally usable. But for me, I just want to always have that flexibility. And now that D-Log is here, well, it's giving you a bit of a step up over the previous generation.
But if you don't want to be editing your footage like I do, well, you don't have to, because this comes with new film tones built in, so you have these different filters that you can add and adjust. There's quite a few different options, and some of them actually look quite good, and I can see myself using just right out of the camera, so everything is ready to go as you film.
Now, I mentioned that there's two big things. I already talked about D-Log, that was one of them. The next one might seem simple, but it is a game changer for me. DJI has been doing this for a while on all their cameras, and they didn't have it in the Pocket 3, and that is internal storage. This now has about 100 gigabytes of usable internal storage built in. So I don't have to use an SD card. I don't have to forget anything before I leave home. If I have the camera, I'm going to be able to shoot. To me, that is just a huge deal. And then you can transfer it when you get home to your computer over USB-C. That's just the way with DJI products that I've been working the last few years. Once they introduced this feature, really was a game changer. Now I don't really have to think about an SD card at all when it comes to these portable cameras, which just makes it so much easier when using it.
Oh, and one more thing worth showing here that honestly I probably won't use that often, but I can see its utility. They added a magnetic fill light for shooting in low light scenarios. It just snaps right onto the back and it can light up your shots. It has different color temperatures and different brightnesses, and it's built right in and integrated into the Pocket 4. It's a really useful upgrade if you need it. And well, that brings up the real question in all of this.
Who should actually buy this camera? Well, I think the easiest answer is someone who was kind of already looking at the Pocket 3, but just wanted to see what DJI was going to do. That's exactly what the Pocket 4 is. It's got a few key upgrades that for me just make the experience overall nicer, kind of brings it up to that 2026 standard from DJI. It's solid. But if you are looking for like the ultimate answer from DJI, this might not actually be that answer, because I've got a little sneak peek here. This is the DJI Pocket 4P. Can't talk about it much, but this one might be the one you want if you want every bell and whistle, but that will be coming in a later video once this is fully out. And I also think if you're someone who traditionally kind of thinks, hey, I need like an action camera, this might actually be what you're looking for instead, because of that gimbal, because of the active track and all that. For a travel camera, for something that you take with you every day, this is probably best suited for you. DJI did a few great tweaks there, and I think with those, the 4th generation of the Pocket series, well, it kind of earned its name.